This next story has a lot of people scratching their heads, especially with all the criticism leveled at the airport TSA agents for the intrusive way they search passengers. The FBI now says a man somehow flew cross-country with a fraudulent boarding pass and without a valid ID. Homeland Security correspondent Jean Meserve picks up the story.
The saga starts at New York's JFK Airport, where on June 24th, Olajide Noibi boarded a Virgin America flight bound for Los Angeles. After takeoff, the FBI says, other passengers complained about Noibi's odor. When the flight crew investigated, it found he had a boarding pass for a different day with someone else's name on it. His only ID from the University of Michigan, though he hasn't been a student there since '06. How did he get through a TSA checkpoint, which requires a valid government-issued ID and a boarding pass? There was clearly a malfunction.
Law enforcement officials say there's nothing to indicate this is a terrorist incident. The man was arrested and is now charged as a stowaway. We're now joined by Isaac Yeffet, former head of security for Israel's El Al Airlines. Isaac, we know when someone is in the wrong seat at a football game, so how could something like this slip through the cracks on an airline?
It's very simple. When you don't have security, so please don't be surprised that this is kind of results we have. We go back to the shoe bomber Richard Reed. We know the story of this guy. We know the story of the Nigerian Abdul Muttalib that hid his explosive on his underwear. We had information about him. The shoe bomber gave us the biggest red flag to tell us, arrest me, stop me. But because we rely only on technology, and technology will never be able to replace the qualified and well-trained human being, so we should not be surprised that we fail once after once. It's impossible that the TSA will continue to rely only on technology, because we have bad experience with technology on September 11, 2001. 19 terrorists went at 3 airports, walking through the security checkpoint. They put their carry-on the X-ray machine.
And they managed to get through.
And 19, look what they did to us.
Now, this man claimed that he was able to get through passenger screening by obtaining a seat pass and then displaying his University of Michigan identification and a police report that his passport had been stolen. Putting all that together, does that make sense?
No, I read the story. You're talking about criminal guy that stole boarding pass from a man that was on the same subway in Manhattan, New York. And then he used it in a way that only blind people cannot stop him the second he comes to the security checkpoint. How you don't see the date, how you don't match the names, how you don't see the flight number, how you allow men like this to go through the security checkpoint and to let him board the flight? Where are the employees of the airlines that allow these men to go and to cheat all of us? Are we blind?
No, there's nothing.
We don't care about security?
There's nothing that indicates this was a terrorist incident, but do the circumstances strike you as suspicious, and do you question this person's motives, or you just think it's a crazy guy?
First of all, we question every passenger. This is the system that proved that we could save with El Al over 600 passengers' life. One flight on Zurich, Switzerland, and the other one on Heathrow, London. When the 2 luggage of the passenger went through the X-ray machine, nothing was identified. Thanks to the system of interviewing passenger, ask him the right question, the guys came to the conclusion that something wrong with these 2 passengers. The passenger in Zurich, when they opened the luggage, they found 4 kilos of explosives, and the pregnant lady, Irish lady at Heathrow, London, they found 4.5 kilos of explosive. So she never knew that she's carrying the explosives.
You clearly think profiling is the answer. All right. Thank you so much, Isaac Yeffet, former security for El Al. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.
And that is all from us tonight on JKUSA.